Game on. We are 5 minutes away from the first bounce in the last game of the gather round. Very exciting. Should be a good game. Very much looking forward to it for sure. Welcome to the stream, everyone that's just joining. Hopefully we get as many as we did yesterday. We got up to 98 people watching yesterday, which was pretty awesome. Really happy with that. See if we can get the same again, shall we? Hi Wayne. Hello. Who are we going for? Let me know in the comments. Are you going for Port or are you going for Hawks? Hi Nugget and Brooks. Hi Armageddons. Sorry, there's no sound at the moment because it's adverts with music. Hello, Mandy. Hey, Mandy, I did say I was going to do it to the game today. That's 2 games in a weekend, live watch-alongs. Unbelievable. I said it's fine at the moment because it's like 10:15. So, because your clocks have not changed yet. So it's good for me. I've gone for Hawks by 12. So I think they will. They are definitely the informed team and they should do it. But I think you never know which Port team's turning up. So, hi Warwick. Hello, mate. And also, with my tipping this week, I've got only 2 wrong so far. However, I've got no close scores, which really hurts. Oh, 49. That's a big win. You've gone for a very big win, Wayne. We're advertising. Come on, get the game on. I want to watch. Before the game starts and then half time, it's painful, right? I just want to get the game going. I'm excited. Sunday ticket. Oh, Ginnivan. They're doing this whole thing of Ginnivan giving it a load of, big I am. And then the Port gaffer then giving some back, but the Port gaffer gets blamed. Well, don't give it if you can't take it. Home round, gather round. If Port don't win, then holy fuck. I don't know. Port do usually play better at home, granted, but they're against a Hawks team who is on sensational form. They're doing so well at the moment. Right, let's get the sound up on the game. This girl is absolutely useless at... Right. The toss has been and gone. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, I might have to just turn the sound down while I... Dum, 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 dum. We could live for 1,000 years if I hurt you. From your tears, I told you that we could fly. 'Cause we all have wings, but some of us don't know why. I know West did very well. I got the I did get the right prediction there. I didn't get a close score in the West game. Collided. They could never ever tear us apart. Do 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 do. Right, I can turn it back up now. Right, game on. We're red. Sorry, Stephen. Sorry, mate. It's quite a good song, and I like it. I like it before the Port games. It is another absolutely packed Adelaide Oval game on. The first bounce has taken place. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. I've done Hawks by 12, thinking it may be close because Port at home normally play better at home, but Hawks are playing so well. And I just think you don't know what teams, what Port team turns up. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's been like that. All right, they did well last year and dropped off a little bit, but it's really hard to predict. Really, really hard to predict Port at the moment.
It looks like that was a directive from the start to Butters, and they'll get their shot.
The game's on free TV as well. It is definitely not on free TV over here. I can tell you that for nothing. Are Port going to start with a nice early goal? He's quite far. Right, from the pocket, can Port start with a goal? Pretty wide. Bang. He has. 6-0 to Port. That's the way to start. If you're going to lose Port, you need to at least start off well. Very, very good. I reckon this atmosphere in the Oval is insane at the moment. It must be such a good atmosphere. Have you been? Wayne asked me, have I been to Australia to watch the Swans play? Would anyone else like to answer that? No, I will answer it. Yes. In 2022, I went to the prelim final to watch Swans versus Collingwood in the 1-point victory that we had. And then I got to the grand final and watched Swans get destroyed by Cats. So yes, 2022, mate, 2022. Prelim final and the grand final. Welcome to the stream, everyone. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Dynamic Paul, I had to wear my Swans shirt. It was a bad time, but the prelim final was amazing. Hi, Mars McGee.
He had a couple of huge weeks, didn't he, last year? Yeah. Rucks at themselves. Hawks in a vintage Guernsey. Sweet again. Drew backs it on. Take the yardage. Power Pepper second to it. Caught Sicily, who dropped that. Umpire calls play on. Horn Francis to the teeth of goal.
Trying to get it into the centre goal square, but that was seen. That was seen the whole way through there. We're still waiting for them to turn up for a grand final. Oh, tell me about it. 2022, I felt so bad for you, but hey, you got to meet Koshi. Yeah, well, they didn't give me tickets though, did they? I had to get them myself. He's 40 out. He's got the distance. 12-0 to Port. What a start. What a start for them. That will certainly keep them happy.
The crowd whipping into a frenzy. Kenny's got him going. They've been smacked around the ball at the moment. Hawthorn, it is all about...
Well, if you're in the UK, Pogo, you can watch it on BT Sport or TNT Sport now. KO, Fox. I think it's on live TV as well. There you go. It's on 7. Well, very good start from Port. They've looked exciting already, and it's only 2.5 minutes in.
Yeah, they were smacked last week, weren't they, against St Kilda? 8 goals, 5 against, 1 goal, 4.
Guys, honestly, this whole tall poppy syndrome.
13-3 disposals in Port's favour to set this up. They've got the head starts.
A lot of
Meek wants something to say.
yeah, a lot of tall poppy syndrome going on. Why do we want big teams to not succeed? I say big teams, I mean like teams that are doing well, not necessarily big teams. Ball in the middle. Oh, Ginnivan. Oh, I think he should have made that. He should have marked that. Recovered. Woo. Hawks have got it. Oh, ball up just outside the Port 50.
They're not getting a yard at the moment, Hawthorn. As soon as they get the ball, there's been Port Adelaide pressure. Great closeout by CJ. That's a great time.
Nice, crazy, fast bit of play there. It's certainly an exciting start to the game, for sure.
Fit and as a defender again, where he really made his name with his intercepting work. Look at the hands from Port Adelaide.
Is he?
Suddenly they're bouncing off half.
I don't know who the commentators are for Fox. Oh, power!
Too luxurious for a moment. Lord eventually to Wines at full stretch.
Oh, that was a bit messy. There's 2 marks. Ginnivan should have made one. Then Powell should have made one. Nice, Rioli. This could be 3-goal lead. Very much could be a 3-goal lead here.
We've seen the trend in the AFL. The bounce off halfback is so important. You need multiple halfback flankers to be able to run the ball. So Rosie playing a very aggressive halfback position. They're able to get in their front half and lock it in.
Port have the first 2 goals.
Surely Rioli's got to make this straight down the centre. Straight down the middle. Bang. That's 3 goals in a row. 3 goals in a row.
It's taken 7 minutes for Port to put 3 on the board. Plenty to think about.
Anthony Hudson is the voice of AFL 23, and he sounds quite robotic, doesn't he? I don't think Anthony Hudson has the best commentary voice, to put it bluntly. He definitely doesn't have the best commentary voice.
Going from inside to outside far too quickly at the moment. That handball from Boak set them on their way, and it wasn't from Hawthorn. Pressure in that moment, it was just the inability for Port Adelaide to connect, but they got a second chance. And when Butters had the ball, he had options everywhere. I think it's a byproduct of...
Well, a cracking start by Port. 3-goal lead. Obviously, it doesn't mean much at the moment. Prediction by one of the pundits was that Port will start off quite quick. However, they are certainly starting off quick, but will they have enough to keep going? Hi, Kev. How you doing, mate?
Clean tap, sweet. Newcomb just held the front of the jumper. You could see it. So advantage taken. Moore uses the water.
Nice, easy mark. No pressure on him then. Absolutely no pressure.
Gone straight to goal. Port Adelaide read it really well.
Boak couldn't quite hang on to the fingertipper. Butters, a rare fumble, but he's got Boak still viable.
Port are looking really, really good at the moment. They're looking really good. It's strange, though, because they obviously did so well last year. Didn't quite get the job done, did they? But they started so well last year. And it's strange that they haven't done that again. There we go. This could be 4 in a row. If you're in the UK, it is on TNT Sport, or what was BT Sport. If you have it. Come on, pal. Bang. Ooh, too much, too much, too much. Way too much inside foot on that.
Inside forward 50 for Port Adelaide. Just finding the options really good. Once they break the middle of the ground, finding a lot of options forward of the ball, making really good decisions.
He's 4-8 for the air, as you mentioned, Jared.
19-0. Did you know that the players have a song that they nominated that if a player scores a goal, the song gets played. I don't think the telecast can play the song due to copyright. That is a problem sometimes, isn't it? That's what I've got to be careful. So sometimes after my live streams, I will get like 2 or 3 kind of copyright things where I have to just quickly remove the songs. And yeah, so you do occasionally. That's why I turn it down for the adverts, because you always get music. I see. Yeah, Mandy, I'm in the same sort of thinking that Port probably run out of steam. That's my thinking anyway. They may start really well, but they're not going to keep it up for the whole game. Nice and simple there for the Hawks.
Yeah, miscommunication there. So we just spoke about Port Adelaide, well organised behind the play. Miscommunication there. Gunston was smart. We know he's a veteran forward.
Port only did well because they beat bottom sides. Typical Port fashion. They come up against top teams. But, dynamic Paul, this is the crazy thing about AFL. You don't play each team twice, or even each team once. BT Sport, it's now called TNT Sport, Pogo, but it's always on there. Yeah, this is the problem with the AFL system, league system. You don't play each team once or twice, and therefore you sometimes play weaker teams more than you play the stronger teams. So unfortunately, you've just got to beat the teams. You've just got to beat the teams in front of you, I suppose. So I don't think you can say, oh, well, they can't beat the big teams. Well, if they don't have to, until they get to the finals, obviously, then they have to, obviously. Erin says, I worked a couple of venues at the Gather Rounds this year, and that happened there. Hang on, what happened there? What happened there? Oh, what, a copyright? Okay, I assume that's what you mean. Hi, AFL time. Hello, mate. Yeah. Well, it's certainly a decent first 7 minutes, isn't it? It's definitely a decent first bit of this quarter. A few fumbles going on. A few fumbles when there's even a little bit of pressure. No, Port are not prepared to go long at the moment, are they? They're certainly playing shorter passes.
Sweet tackle which allows Horn Francis to go to work. Farrell got it from Wines. They probe again. Lord got a run up, but the fist of Jath was impressive and effective.
Hi, Charlie. Hello. Port by 18 is my tip. Fingers crossed. Yeah, James. It's got to be Hawks by 12. Hawks by 12.
They launch off half back. McKenzie to Watson. How's he going to play this? He's got more. So 2 little dynamos together.
Here we go. Loads of time. No real pressure on the Hawks there. Oh, he almost dropped it. Here we go. Hawks. Can they get their second goal? They should. It's not too far off, is it? Professional players should be able to score this.
Really good by Lloyd Meek in the middle of the ground. Had to be clean. Sold the outside. Came back inside. That's where their numerical advantage was.
It's a big night for Finn McGuinness. It's his 50th. It's been a big journey to get there.
He's got to score this, surely. Surely.
Hawthorn family, the grandfather, the father and the son, all 50 games. Wearing his dad's number 20.
Oh, he's just bent away. These professional players, honestly. He should not have missed that. He should not have missed that. So, 19-7. 8.5 minutes gone. If you've just joined the stream, welcome. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, please. Subscribe. Join in with the conversation as well.
So that's once again the matchup. Powell Pepper. You just can't allow James Sicily access to the ball.
Not his best kicker. Lear should have taken the intercept mark. He's ended up stuck over the footy. That shows a little mercy.
Rarely you see James Sicily kicking like this. Normally a dead eye.
Yeah, they scored a goal earlier.
Nash and Wines are going to contest in the ruck. Underfoot, Radagalia. Slapped it onto the boot, took the yards up the line.
Powell Pepper slapping the ball.
Swoops on the ball.
Attacking down the wing. He's running out of space, though. He's running out of space. Oh, Powell, it's too low for him. That was almost a bit of a panic kick there from the side, just trying to get the ball away from his own body. Yeah, fingers crossed, Kev. I'll get rid of them nice and quickly if they do. Oh, they're playing on, but they're going for a big kick. Is it going to make it? It's got to make it, surely. Goal. Goal. Huge. Nice little layoff that he wasn't confident to kick himself, so just a little layoff so he could kick with a running momentum. Very good.
Well, it's interesting, Hello, because Hardwick rolled back in that play, and he may have been Hardwick's man, so he made the most of the opportunity. Just see Bergman.
I like this. They were obviously screaming. Look at this. It was like, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. Bang. Great kick. Really, really good kick. That was very, very nice. Well, you said you can't fault Port so far. They've started off really, really well. Like we said, we probably won't keep it going. Your sister went all the way to Linddock to watch the Tigers. Well, that's just saying how far away was she in the first place? She could have been literally in Linddock, or the village, town next to it.
Hawks with a chance to come forward. Newcomb spread beautifully. Turns, doesn't go immediately.
Hawks trying. It's too low. Get some height on it, I suppose. That's what might help. D'Ambrosio playing it. Whoa! Almost caught a bit of wind and gone in the goal. No, 1 point. I thought that was actually going to just bend enough. Oh, that was a good effort. It was a good effort.
So back to 17 on the near miss. As a defender, Rosie can use his kicking in skills. But again, it's Sicily. Read the incoming ball. Umpire lets them play. Race was over it. Now Lord.
Oh, Charlie, what is... Yeah.
Through this opening quarter.
Thank you, Kev. That is so kind. Thank you so much, mate. Really, really appreciate the support.
Adelaide with the first touch. Rosie getting the hang of this half-back business. They work it across and then through the middle. Powerful handball. Didn't sit for Cochrane.
You are far too kind.
Yeah, he was the spare behind the ball, Josh Whittle. So sometimes you've got to make those.
I'll crack a can of cider open when I finish my drink again. All right, and then it will at least be a little bit later and a little bit better timing.
So it's spare v spare at the moment. Hardwick the spare for Hawthorn, Jones the spare for Port Adelaide.
Sin out on the wing to the bouncing ball.
Playing down the wing, going long, but not gone to anyone. A poor kick there by Port, really. There's been a few balls, probably from both teams actually, that have just been trying to kick to someone and not actually made it at all. Yeah, they've got to do more than that.
As a forward, but then rolls around.
But it's usually around the 3 goals is the marker.
He's gone back in every game at that stage.
It's a bit of kick mark from the Hawks.
Yep, so it's now
they're doing small. That wasn't 15 metres.
Trying to avoid the Port Adelaide spare. And potentially try and draw him up.
And drain all the momentum out of it as well.
Play on.
So the Hawks are trying to open it up for battle.
See, that's a in football we'd call that a hospital pass. A hospital pass where it clearly has not got the distance, and you're going to get wrecked if you're not careful.
Over the top for Rioli, it was overly ambitious.
You're in a band called The Giggles. That does sound like a child's band. Yeah, no, they gotta be careful. Both teams playing a few hospital passes there. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous passes to make because your player's going to get wiped out.
17-point leaders. Meek worked around Wines. Clear in the area, Warple. Porter pretty well set though. Bergman had a fly, dropped the mark. Jones might have. Ginnivan holds up, did well. Jack just to McKenzie.
Right, Hawks playing it out now. Are they on the counter attack? It's gone low. No, no, it's just not. It's not good. Some not great passes. As soon as both teams, as soon as they've been put under pressure, they're making those mistakes with those kicks. They're going too low, and it's very difficult to catch and mark a ball that's that low, isn't it? Unless it's direct at them. Port now. Port playing it long. Powell made the mark. Nice.
Or you could say it's going back 50 years. Pepper this time in the right place. Takes the mark. You can see exactly what he was going to do. Out to the left. The dab pass, though, from Moraes fell well.
It's these final passes at the moment. Started off really well, but it's these final passes that they're just not accurate enough.
Pepper was his only option. Just put it to his advantage.
Still Meek and Sweet. Ward was there with McKenzie.
Whee! Gotta sort these passes out. They really do. Don't, Kev, because I picked Hawthorn as well. I've got Hawks by 12. I need a close score. I haven't had a single close score this week. I've had 6 out of 8 results correct, just not close scores, so that's going to kill me. Whoa! There you go, out of nowhere, out of nowhere. Take the chances. Not bad.
It's a dynamite start from Port.
Great start by Port. They're scoring from forward half. They've set up the ground beautifully.
Very good, very, very good.
Turn the ball over from stoppage and capitalise there.
That was pretty much out of nowhere as well, just taking the chance that you were given.
Port Adelaide under that, from Hawthorn under that pressure.
Bang.
Back to the Port Adelaide defensive system,
Decent,
and then they
decent.
go straight back at them, and it's exposing their goals. Another situation here, the dump kick out, good pressure there. A lot of Port Adelaide numbers around. Powell Pepper's been influential, good finish by Richards. They've taken their chances too.
Powell Pepper's been decent so far, to be fair. In this first quarter, Powell Pepper has been quite dominant, quite aggressive, he's there in their faces, so he's doing well.
Get yourself ready to go. Classy finish. Controlling the space really well. I know their contest work is really good. Their pressure is really good, Port Adelaide, but they're finding a lot of space.
They are finding some space.
Really, who's kicked a goal so far for Port Adelaide? They've got to get busy again as Drew's kick is not marked by Battle.
Port on the attack again. P roller through. No.
Expensive dribble kick and goes wide of the mark.
I think the old gaffer's happy at the moment, isn't he? He is fairly happy with the performance so far from his Port team.
Morrison turns and goes.
I think the Hawks have been struck by lightning at the moment.
Burgoyne's there underneath, so Port the forward half turnover. Where will Bergman spend it? Deep inside
Big,
the 50, George.
big. Oh, I think I'm going to, at this rate, I'm going to regret picking picking Hawks. Charlie, my tipping is absolutely awful this year. I've done more research in my AFL and NRL. I've been doing more research than ever, and I'm doing worse than ever. It's a little bit mental. Look at that. He literally just squeezed through a gap. He is not happy.
He's off coaches' votes last week.
Can he score?
That's the test.
Bang.
Georgiades.
Wide. Oh, we got to make them. Got to make them. To be fair, I know Port are doing really, really well. But as I said, are they going to be able to keep it up the whole game? Are they going to be able to do that? I don't know. No. Hey, my tips have been okay this week. just not quite the correct scorelines. That has been the thing with my tips.
That Jones possession
Yeah.
is where Port Adelaide are winning that
Put out 2 different types of treats for the dog and whichever, and assign the team to that treat.
And as a result, they're pressing again. Wine's a bit of a blind one. Battle. A rarity, a bit of time and space. But
Oh.
still, the miss kick in terms of direction.
Is it still on?
waiting.
It's 17 times.
Oh, they're having a little cuddle on the floor. Nice.
First little skirmish.
Zach Butters right at the bottom of it.
Hey, to be fair, that's still technically better than me, AFL time.
To half forward. Hardwick takes it,
Yeah,
turns
but
it.
like, it's just, as I said, it's just annoying because I'm doing even more research this year. Like, I'm proper doing research,
Corner, Dylan Moore.
and I'm doing worse than I have done in the last three years. Like, it's not fair. It's just not fair. People literally moaned at me in previous years. Oh, you know, you need to do more research and everything, and I have. It's just going worse. It's not fair at all.
Not short of words to him afterwards. Just trying to provoke.
And there has been quite a few upsets, especially in NRL. The NRL, there's been a lot of upsets.
Straight up. Again, over the top, trying to create the play was Newcombe. Port will be able to clear. Farrell into centre field. Rioli sees it out the back. Now Jaff's in the race. Richards.
What's going to happen? Oh, he's literally been manhandled and just shoved off here. Rioli, just outside the Hawks 50. Easy ball in the middle. This is getting a little bit painful. Oh. Well, exactly, real Immortal, yeah. Like, Hawthorn, I think I probably mentioned this, like, granted, Port are at home, they normally play better at home, hence why I did a closer score prediction, still for the Hawks, but a closer one. So, yes, of course I go for Sydney, yes. We've been a bit up and down so far. In. What a start. What a start by Port. Wow. The fact they've already scored 6 goals. And if they keep doing this, they will have a huge scoreline.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. At the moment, Hawthorn are being denied the corridor.
Crazy.
The thing that they're getting is wide. Port Adelaide are forcing them wide. So defending the ground really well. When Port Adelaide get their chance, they have just got space to work into. They're working harder than Hawthorn at the moment. They're more predictable.
Yeah, Port are just playing really well.
There is a clear depiction
They
of
are
how
playing well.
it's unfolded.
Spot on. I think they're working harder than Hawthorn. Clearly shows the way the teams are moving, the way they're working on defence.
Well, there was a fear for some
We've really just got to hope that Hawks decide to turn up this game.
Anyone thought it'd be 6 goals to 1 in favour of Port Adelaide.
No one predicted the first quarter like this.
Georgiades in the frame again. Leap of Jath.
It's just a little bit messy at the moment. It's a little bit messy for Hawks at the moment.
A lot of that, though, hasn't a quick kick.
Yep. There's a free kick here.
Yeah, I think Rioli and Barras behind the ball.
Oh,
Premiership teammates.
Yep.
free kick for Hawks, is it?
Barras can see the funny side of it. Pretty sure Ken Hinkley couldn't at this stage. Because
They just got to. Hawks have got to be more clinical with their passing. That's better. They've got to be more clinical with the passing because they've been giving the ball away far too much. Oh, you've got to mark. You weren't even under pressure, were you?
Jones with the clear up. Jath
Oh,
and Richards
Hawks
get
have
on
got to come
top
back,
again.
surely.
Had the insurance at the back. Battle. Under the chest of Mackenzie. Lurching forward.
Well, I said that was my point, Kev. I thought, there's the home advantage. They normally play well at home, but all that will do is limit how much Hawks will win by with the way they're playing. But the funny results can come from places. Think about the Swans last year. We were doing so well, and then we went and lost to Richmond randomly, and then carried on winning. What does Hawthorn need to do to win this game? Well, they've got to be more clinical on their passes. They have to be more clinical. They're giving the ball away far too often. And and they're just breaking up play, and then Porter doing them on the counter-attack. And actually, it's passes just coming outside of their own 50, which is hurting, and Porter just popping the ball. Short pass, Hawks get it back.
Had something to say about that. He'll pump the Hawks in deep. Needs Chol against Aliir. Aliir had front position, dropped it. Watson stripped with the ball. Chol stripped with the ball.
Ouch. Ouch.
That's great fight.
That wasn't high, umpire. That wasn't high.
I mean, that's the risk you take when you come into the middle of the ground. You do give the opposition some looks at it, but it's been so...
There was a lot worse than that bloody...
Aliir missed the boot, so still to be dealt with. Ginnivan ran into the jam.
It's been so fruitful in the middle of the ground. For
about 3 years ago, Charlie.
They'll keep challenging Hawthorn in that area of the ground.
Huge first quarter for Butters. 8 disposals, 4 clearances.
Just over a minute to at least see out for Port Adelaide.
No. Oh, you see, they're not marking the ball either. They're not marking the ball right there. It's a fairly easy one. There was no pressure.
Buys a bit of time. There's 5 players.
They're definitely making it easy for them.
So it's a matter of sorting things out. The crowd, if you didn't know already, telling you that it's the Hawthorn captain with the footy, and he hits a target this time.
Even the commentators are now taking the piss. Even the commentators saying, "Oh, he's made a pass this time." So even he can see it.
And it's 50, so that might change the Kenny signal.
And Hawks give away a 50.
The adrenaline's pumping. Aliir.
Jared, I'm not really a fan of UFC, if I'm honest. I don't mind some heavyweight boxing, but UFC doesn't really do it for me.
It could be extremely costly. What will the price be? Ginnivan.
14 seconds. Can Hawks get something in the last seconds of the game? I don't think they will.
Hanging on was Rosie. Winning the ball was Rosie.
No. Wow.
Is Rosie's men. Port Adelaide at quarter time.
Who would have thought it would be 39-8? I predicted Port to start off well, but a great start from Port. Really, really good start from Port so far. Right, I need to turn the sound down. I need to go blow my nose because, well, yeah. Oh, hi, Bless. Oh, I didn't see you, mate. Give me 2 seconds and I will be back. And also, hang on, before I go, if you're not on YouTube Premium, then enjoy an advert.
It's delicious every way.
At Coles, proud partner of the AFL and AFLW.
I have returned Right, what have we got? Shown on 7-8 years. The Hawks lost against Port in the finals last year. They did. Doesn't mean much, though, does it really? It's a new season. So, means very little what happened last season. This is the problem. Statistics quite often just don't mean much at all, do they? Well, welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button down below. It may help. If you haven't already, subscribe, obviously. Make sure you go to Charlie and Rob on YouTube to check out the vlogs. We've got loads from Australia, and then obviously we've got recent ones from different countries as well. If you want to support me, you can buy me a coffee, or you can go to asweare.space to check out merchandise, or there's channel membership as well. Any bit of help to keep the channel going, to allow me to keep doing what I'm doing, to keep traveling and filming the vlogs as well. It obviously means a hell of a lot. But you guys being here straight away is huge, and thank you so much. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. I've got nothing planned at the moment. Quite often, Kev, they are last minute, because you just find a few days where I can get away and then we go. So nothing at the moment. I don't even know when I've next got a few days off. Might have to be like a 2-day trip or something over a weekend maybe. That might be an option. But otherwise, no, nothing planned. It's sort of whatever's cheap. It's like we went to obviously Podgorica in Montenegro. It was the best times and the cheapest for the time of year, because it was obviously Easter time. So everything wasn't that cheap. Wow, yeah. To be fair, I do still watch. I do still watch when I'm away. So I had it on because I got Watch AFL. It's quite easy to do. Do you know who's Corey? I'm going to say no.
Adelaide playing their best football. They score a lot from front half, 25 points there. 39 points Hawthorn gave up. It's the 5th worst under Sam Mitchell's reign, so it's a bad quarter. We know he's the master at flicking the magnets around or changing the strategy up. Let's have a look and see what he does.
Yeah, I think he's
right.
gone straight to the midfield.
Second quarter.
The territory battle is
Hawks, are they going to come back into this? Are they going to come back into this? You would assume so.
Possession, and then also on the outside. That's the biggest challenge.
Of course, the Hawks experienced this last game up against the Giants, but the difference was it was a 6-goal win.
Yes, that's right, yeah. Different conditions, beautiful.
Here's a question. What's going to happen? Are Hawks still going to play over in Tassie when the Tasmanian Devils are playing? Or when they actually have a team? That is my question. Is there any point of them going over to Tasmania anymore?
All his options were closed down in the midfield, which allowed the pressure to come.
Race off the wing. Play on. Game number 4. Wheels out. Plays in the Horn Francis direction. Went early to protect the drop zone.
If Port do the same again this quarter, that will be a huge shock, wouldn't it? Did he mark that? Hi.
Well done by Impey. It's a dangerous position to stand in front. You see here the Horn Francis mark. It's good hang time.
He's got the mark, hasn't he? Definitely a mark.
Horn Francis on the fly. broke the tackle to the teeth of goal.
Punched away by Hawks. Hawks have got to get this away. He's going for goal. He's made it. Whoa. Oh. Well, Hawks are under the cosh, aren't they? He is not happy in charge up there. Wow.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
We've seen the change, haven't we, Jared? Off half-back, starting off half-back tonight. It's been an inspired move. Possession winner in the first quarter. Now he's named at half-back.
I don't know who Crazy YouTube Electro Boom is. I don't know who he is. These people, Kev. I don't know who he is. No Tassie government was sponsoring Hawks games there. They will pull that money. But yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it, for Hawks to play over in Tasmania when the Devils are there?
Great concern for Sam Mitchell in the coach's box. That is a fantastic finish.
Porter absolutely flying. They are flying. Doing really, really well.
Margin out to 37. Warple just flings it blindly straight to Sweet. And they're in again with equal numbers. Jobs to do. Battle.
Hawks need some goals. They need some goals.
Left and right before giving it back to Battle.
Kev, that just sounds absolutely mental, mate. Sounds absolutely mental.
Last 7 clearances, Hutto to Port Adelaide. So we always see Sam Mitchell put a number behind the ball. Maybe he needs to start thinking about putting a number around the ball, just to help in that territory battle.
I don't know if maybe on the defensive side, Hawks need to actually double up on players if they can, but that's going to be exhausting. And it's going to potentially leave players in space. Good tackle.
Yeah, he wanted to take it over, Radigalia. Probably would have been paid deliberate out of bounds.
Lockie Jones back in the goal square with the watching brief on Watson. Lear on Scholl. Radigalia on Gunston. That's all 30 to 40 away from where this throw in is.
Hawks just aren't winning anything now, are they? They're just really not winning anything.
And had the support. Weddle cleverly to his own advantage. Waiting on the outside, Morrison. Hardwick. Some holding, but it's going to the defender.
Hawk ball. As I said, the Hawks are just not winning anything. I assume, you would hope that Hawks will come back with how they've been playing. I get it, there may be an off round, right? But the way Hawks have been playing, they have been pretty strong, pretty dominant. But today, they look like West Coast. That's how they're playing at the moment. They are second to everything. They're fumbling the chances they do get. This is basically Hawks from the start of last year and the year before. It's really, really strange.
How will Hawthorn approach this? It's a salvage mission already.
Do they need to change up the midfield mix? They need to get Ginnivan or Watson into the centre bounce. Just change some
they've
things.
tried more there, but I think you're right. I think once it goes outside the centre bounce, they certainly need more numbers around there because Port Adelaide are dominating inside to outside. But maybe it is a Watson.
See you later, Charlie.
Long down the line, Morrison had to go. Sweet made the spoil. More underneath. Fed it to Morrison. Works it backwards. Battle searches for the targeting board and finds Newcomb with footy in hand.
3 metres back. Stand.
It's just, I said, it is just like Hawks from the start of last year or the year before, you know. It's crazy. Port are just dominating everything. Oh. Like, that is worrying. When it's a one-on-one, at the moment, when it's a one-on-one, I'm not thinking Hawks are going to make the mark. So, at the moment, absolutely no confidence in them. Pow Pepper, bang. There's another one. Wow. This is painful. Absolutely painful. For Hawks, anyway. Not for me. I don't really care. Did Powell Pepper literally just run into a group of 4 Hawks? He's like, yeah, what are you going to do?
James Sicily would not like to watch that replay. I thought it was a fantastic win by James Sicily. The one that came in before, he was in front, Pepper.
Well,
And then he just halved that contest, and Hawthorn were able to rebound. Then he just let him go. Yeah.
it's,
Running out to the ball.
I assume you went for Port, Real. Real Immortal, I would. Don't worry. At this rate, Port are going to win. They are playing so well. Why did Pal Pepper just run into a group of 5 of them? What was that for?
43 points.
43 points at this stage is just crazy.
Hawthorn have got to get going now. Sweet out the back. Drew the footy. Sweet stayed up. Burgoyne shoots it out. Cochrane with a chance to bring them forward.
Look, 1-on-1, they just
Jaff made the spoil on boat. Pal Pepper with a head
no
of steam.
confidence at all that they're going to win this.
Worked it away. So Hawthorn with a chance to build. Gunston comes up, receives them all pass. Inboard to McGuinness.
Okay, Hawks need to be clinical on their passing here. They need to be clinical.
They find the Hawks inside 50.
They're going long, but
Long to a contest, so Chol has to go. He
no,
doesn't
yeah,
have good
nothing.
position and Radical.
No ability to win that ball.
Caught behind like that, just bring the ball to ground. If your child, give your small forwards and your midfielders a chance to crumb. They're being dominated in every aspect at the moment, Hawthorn.
Out to the wing.
Like,
Both flew, but not from the right position. Ward.
Hawks have the ball, but what are they going to do with it? They're just chucking it into a space where no one even is.
Much better, but it's tidied up by Butters. Cochrane a little wild and woolly, but again, Zach.
The fact that it is a 40-odd point lead at the moment is just insane. A 40-odd point lead, and we've only had 25 minutes. I really don't know. I really don't know if Hawks are going to come back into this. They've really got to have a kick up the arse. This is literally reminding me of Sydney in most grand finals. Oh, it's easy. No one's marking him. No one is marking him at all. Wow. If you're a Port fan, you'll be bloody ecstatic at the moment.
How often have we seen Hawthorn have got the outnumber at ground ball, Port Adelaide get the ground ball low, and they start their chain? Sam Mitchell will be really concerned about that aspect of their game. Normally your strength of Hawthorn.
He'll be concerned about just about everything at the moment.
No, the cat's not being fed. The cats have already been fed this morning, but Charlie needs to go and give the chicken some water and some snacks. This is far too easy for Port. 57 points. Wow. Yeah. Hawks have basically turned into the Eagles.
These types of plays have just been too clean. They just kept turning up, and then they get that contested ball into the open spaces.
Why do I keep choosing these games? The games that I'm watching, these games that I'm watching never seem to be that close.
Probably lay more of the blame around the players around the ball because it is throwing the defenders out, but the defenders certainly not blameless.
No.
They've been all out of whack. They've been unorganised.
9 goals to 1. Jason Dunstall posed the question, how could Hawthorn be premiership favourites? They won't be anymore, Jason.
No, they will not be premiership favourites after this. And I don't get that. Like, I get before the game the pundits were saying, oh, Hawks are the premiership favourites already at the moment. But Brisbane, I think Brisbane, surely Brisbane. They won it last year. They've shown they can do it. Hawks have come from basically, obviously they did well at the end of last year to push up the table, but surely Brisbane are the favourites as it is at the moment. Not that it means anything, but it's just, what are Hawks going to do?
I know.
Unless they can.
And the problem is, they need goals in this quarter because it's going to be bloody hard to get enough goals in the second half. We've been so amazed. We've been so amazed how how Port have scored this many, but can then Hawks do the same in the second half? I don't think they would.
Nick planted himself in front. Horn Francis got taken high on the way through.
But even that, just proactive.
Don't know.
Horn Francis on the move. Even if he doesn't get, he's taking two Hawthorn midfielders with him, creating space for someone else.
Yeah, well, Swans like being behind, don't they, it seems, and trying to catch up. Any time that the ball is up for a mark, it looks... That was a high. It just... You've got more confidence in the Port team marking it than Hawks.
Port Adelaide have denied this opportunity so far in the early part of this game. Looking for the
crazy.
nothing on, forces them back down the line.
Bergman had the perfect vantage.
Look at that, it's so easy for them.
Cut off another one.
So easy for them. He's going, trying to make it. Is he high? That's a goal. That's a goal. Wow. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Just squeezed over their hands. I reckon the Hawks fans are in absolute shock. Are there any Hawks fans in here? Because if you are you completely shocked by what the hell is going on? Look at this kick. Bang! Oh, the distance just over their hands. Oh. Absolutely crazy. Wow.
He's a really creative player. He will pick off that one in the middle of the ground if there's any space for a player like Rosie.
Zed.
If you don't use the switch and the inside play like Hawthorn can at the moment, Port Adelaide will.
55 points, 10 goals to 1. It's not what was built as the main event. To work they go. Wines wins the hard ball off to Drew. Rioli's his target. Kept it trapped in front of him. Fed it to Burgoyne. Looking inside 50. Lord's going to have to stand underneath it. And
They're taking out their own team.
Lord keeps it in.
What are they doing?
No, he didn't.
Honestly, an absolute bloody shambles from Hawthorn. I don't think I've seen Port look this good. That's the amazing thing.
4-1 out of the centre bounce at the moment.
They've been decent. So decent.
See what might be done. He might be better off inside the boundary than outside at the moment. Headaches everywhere. Instructions being barked. Order trying to be restored, but really it's about stopping the hemorrhaging.
They've got to do something, don't they? They've really got to do something.
Kenzie with a fumble. Hardwick off the last line, so it's kick and hope stuff. Burgoyne set himself. And unopposed.
Another one. Another opportunity. Crazy.
To the contest, Georgiades arrived late. Horn Francis underneath. Gets his snap away.
Oh, pow, pow. Can he make it?
Can he?
Oh, big swing at it with his foot.
Mead works it around.
Wow.
Pressure everywhere.
It was close, Pepper.
God. Honestly, I'm in just
Oh, it would have been something, wouldn't it?
complete shock by what is going on here.
Yeah, watch Sean Francis here. He's getting through these stoppage with force.
Sweet with a tap down, back to the goal line. And that's as good a result as Hawthorn could have hoped for.
Like, they are getting absolutely wiped out. The fact they've got 8 points in 29 minutes is just crazy, considering how well they've been doing this season. So now all of a sudden be doing this badly. Like, this badly. Like, it's a complete... Even West Coast do better than this. That's the crazy thing. Hawks don't ever look like they're going to mark a ball here. You know, their passing is just, well, nowhere. Their passing is absolutely shocking. Look at this. Hawks are second best. It's another one. Oh, my God. Wow. 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 70 8. It's not even half time. There's still 10.5 minutes left of this half. Oh, God. Oh, my God. This is so funny. Like, it's funny. I think it is funny. That's the only way you can look at this. Bear in mind, I don't care which team wins. I couldn't care less which team wins. But, wow.
They are working as well as they have this year together, the Port forwards.
Too tough and too clean and miles too good. 62
Oh, it's just
points.
insane.
The Hawks bereft.
Bearing in mind, even then, they just can't mark them. They can't do it.
Well, that'd hurt. Too tough. Sam Mitchell wouldn't be happy with that. They pride themselves, especially this midfield.
You know, 70 is sometimes what Carlton have scored to finish a game, if that.
Getting the tap, Boat dispossessed, Sicily sticks a tackle.
I was getting a sore neck, Jared, just turning left the whole time out of the centre bounce.
You'd be fuming, right? You'd be absolutely fuming. This is basically Sydney Swans in the last couple of grand finals. That's what this is, isn't it?
Up to Horn Francis. He's been pursued, but they made no ground. Richards is out there with Cochrane. Richards lets it bounce away. Probably the right call with a couple of Hawks.
Look, this could just be a one-off game, all right? This could just be a one-off game for the Hawks. You know, it could be better.
World of problems ahead. We've only just crossed the halfway mark of the second term, if you can believe that. For that scoreboard to be in operation. Need clean tab, but a ricocheted the way of Cochrane. Goes nowhere. Meads up to meet it. Jones lends a hand. What's he got on the outside? Horn Francis and Burgoyne for company. Burgoyne settles himself over the kick and he finds the target in Butters. Butters has a mind to go and give them a look inside 50. Lovely.
Oh, my God, they just marked the ball. They've just marked the ball. The game is now Hawks to win. They have finally marked a ball. Oh, Christ.
In the last few years at West Coast, not what he signed up for at all.
But that is a great shot there down the field. You can see every single Hawthorn player and even Jarman Impey trying to generate some movement. All options to close down.
Sorry, Jordan, they do have his
God.
time. If they can just gradually work their way.
Need to change up the midfield. So Watson and Ginnivan haven't touched the ball this quarter. McKenzie's only had the one there. McKenzie's been playing in the midfield the whole time, Geordie. They need to change the complexion of it.
Do you want to see this result so far? It's not even half time yet. Well, with 8 minutes and 45 left, Port are 78 up against Hawks. And Hawks are undefeated this year.
Lord comes marching out. Excellent effort from Sicily, but Richards found a way, was touched. So even if the ball turned
Like I said, though, Dynamic, this is like Swans. Swans in the last 2 grand finals. They just haven't turned up.
Best position on the ground, Hunter. We all want to come back as hard.
And the fact, this is the point. We still have, like,
What's to be done?
48 minutes left of the game.
Attack again. Wines takes up the ruck duties. Nash down. Butters coming through. Hand pass to space. Down. Chiath was hot. Banged into by Powell Pepper.
Been inspired, Sam Powell Pepper.
I just... You'd be so depressed if you were in the crowd, wouldn't you? I think I would probably be leaving early. If I was an Australian who gets to go to any game they want, I think I'd be leaving early at this rate. This would be a game that,
So what is so clean one way is fumbling and jittery the other. Wines holds his ground. Nash wrenches it clear. Couldn't really get it away. Burgoyne off the ground. Wines in close confines and Mead over the boundary.
And they'll be happy with this.
God, a minute.
Stoppages. See there, Nick Watson is up in and
8 points.
to give them some support at ground level.
8 points.
That just allows Port Adelaide to have a spare behind
Oh,
the ball once
God.
again. And that spare is Connor Rozee.
The studies go to work again in the ruck and Wines. Butters coughed it up. Nash. Rare touch thus far. And Newcomb's overwhelmed by the pressure.
I don't even know what to say. That's the problem. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Delight of the locals.
Hi, Tiger Prawn. Hi, Connor. I just...
5 goals, 1 unanswered.
just...
Astonishing second quarter. The margin at 62.
62. Just think, though. Just think. We could be here to witness one of the best comebacks in AFL history, couldn't we? We could. If we think positively, that is what could happen.
Few shenanigans going on the way back to goal.
I just...
Wines just grabbed it out of the ruck.
So funny.
Now Pepper was taking anything in his road. Needs having quite the night. But as he measured that,
What a kick.
and he got it perfectly to Jones.
Again, look how high the halfbacks.
Here he is again.
Oh, wide.
Jones and Rosie both positioned inside their forward 50 as halfback flankers, and the stoppage is about 65 metres out from goal.
I think that's why Sam Mitchell will be scratching his head. So he sent extra numbers to the stoppage, and they're still losing the stoppages.
Attitude which he was happy to take. He's gone long for Sicily.
Hi, Leanne.
Jones with ball in hand again.
5 intercept marks this quarter for Port Adelaide.
Jones,
It would be... Look,
massive switch.
it is funny. Look, it's funny. Not entertaining anymore. But it is funny that Hawks are getting destroyed. But it would be even funnier if Hawks came back and won. Right? It would be funny. It won't happen. Because look, they're even now they're showing absolutely nothing. Port, this is so easy for them. I would say just if Hawks just walked off the field would slow the bleed as well. Just walk off.
Push again.
The time in forward half, last 10 minutes, 81% in Port Adelaide's favour.
It's Sweet against Nash, so I wonder what Sweet has in mind. A deft touch for Rioli.
Rioli wants a goal.
Once or twice. Newcomb held
All up.
footy. We'll try again.
The question is, what else can we do to entertain ourselves?
Limpy swing and a miss. Butters. Drew. Why not?
There's another one.
The margin is 69 points.
77 to 8.
Of the greatest comeback of all time in AFL
To be fair, Blocks,
So that's
I got 6 of them. 6 out of 9 correct.
6
I got
minutes
2/3
remaining in the
correct.
second quarter.
Once again, it's the cleanliness to go from a contested situation to Port Adelaide players waiting on the outside. So you just see there.
Yeah,
Drew
69.
back. He's on Nick Watson, so if Watson gets the ball, he can apply
It's-
pressure. He just waits, sets himself for that handball that comes out. 40 metres.
I think we need a lightning
with the
strike
players from Hawthorn
to
inside
floor all the
to
bloody
set
Port
both
players for
opposite
anything to
players
happen here.
that delivered the handball. This has been some sort of performance.
This has been an absolute smacking in the midfield, hasn't it? 4-3 from stoppage.
But how does this happen? That's the question. How does this happen?
Well, while this is going on, Miles Bregman's just come off and getting
When-
by the trainers. A bit of an injury complaint to his
When,
leg. Hawthorn, Luke Brewster
when both
starting
teams are
sitting there.
professional
Maybe they can
teams,
change it up
and
make it
Hawks
like that.
were,
You know, 300
what,
game player
at
with
the top of the
experience, don't
table,
get him on.
or second of the table, whatever it was,
Fights for the ball on the wing.
how do they all of a sudden collapse this badly? Like, this is worse than a Sydney collapse. Are they going to mark it? Nope. Even then they can't mark it. Oh my God. Mate, that's not nice. That's not nice, James. We don't want to watch the replay of the Swans game. Come on. At least we didn't lose this badly.
Watson just come running straight through the protected zone.
They've just been given a 50.
He'll give the hand pass away. Butters one-on-one deep forward. Horn Francis at the drop. Paddles, gathers.
Like, there's still 5 minutes of the half. There's still 5 minutes of the half. I don't even know what to do with, like,
Francis, too high. Just be the battering ram.
He's been a bull this quarter.
I
Coming
just-
up for his 8th disposal, he's been enormous.
The Hawthorn players just looked at each other.
Yeah, they're second guessing themselves.
The problem is, though, like, Port are going to probably score another one. The problem is, I know I love AFL. It's my favourite sport. But this isn't actually that entertaining anymore, is it? It's not entertaining. It's funny, but it's not entertaining.
The other end.
It looked like a textbook 50. Jason Horne-Francis to inflict yet more.
To make it 75-point lead. You wide.
But it does tip
We'll
us
make it
into
70 then.
territory if this goes. It would be something to behold, Hutto, if it happens.
It certainly would be.
Please, please have some sort of comeback. Please.
Scoreless quarter from Hawthorn for 27 minutes. Amon bangs it up to the outer side. Radical here, fisting it forward. D'Ambrosio.
That's so bad.
A lot to go his way for it to find a teammate. It did. To Ward initially, and now Newcomb.
Like,
Hot pursuit. Obviously, always has time. Newcomb doesn't have
I just
much.
don't think it is that entertaining, though, is it?
Cue the booze.
Like, if you're a Port fan, it's amazing, right? If you're a Port fan, it is awesome. But in neutral, this is it's funny. Like I said, it's funny to see Hawks get battered. But it's not entertaining, is it? It's not entertaining for a neutral. It's definitely not entertaining for a Hawks fan either.
Didn't sound like the contact was great.
Nope.
Holding Port Adelaide.
Port Adelaide get a free anyway.
I'm surprised that kick though from Gunston. Yes, it was a set play. You're going to drop it 15 metres out from goal. He had players one-on-one ahead of the ball.
That's just give up taking
Shocking.
hold like that.
Shocking. That's senior player too.
Harry
Morrison.
I don't know what to say.
Race, kick deposits out at half back. Battle. Drew.
Well, I think I'll be sticking with my 6 out of 9 correct.
In Horne-Francis. Hardwick prepared to wear the contact he always is. But again, Port prevail.
Do you know what? One thing, I can't believe only 58% of people went for GWS. 42% of people went for Saints. Surprised about that. Yeah, very surprised about that.
To give one at half time.
Bergman's gone down to the rooms there. Might have marked, chose not to. Berry
Just-
sub tonight. Joe Berry will be playing game number 5.
I mean, you just can't see a clear way in which Hawthorn can move the ball.
I think
Just,
more A+ than B, to be
I don't know what to
honest.
say, don't know what to do.
Plan B, and they've shown it tonight.
They just haven't been allowed to.
Hawks need more than one small step.
Aaron,
They're gonna
it is, isn't it? That's the problem.
trips in the second half. Butters again at the source. Rosie Mead tumbles it.
I like I said, I think it's funny. It is funny, right? But it's boring. It's really boring.
I don't think Rosie will be going back to the midfield, Brownie.
No, don't think so. The senior players have been brilliant tonight. Horton,
Yeah.
Francis, Butters, Rosie. They've led from the front. Drew's done
And the way the commentators are speaking, they're speaking as if the game's about to finish. They're talking about how the leaders are playing, you know, have played really well today and all this. Well, that's the sort of way you... But that's the way you speak right at the end of the game. So even the commentators, it does feel like the game is done and it's about to finish.
10 scoring shots for the quarter. Sorry, Hutto.
That's right. Yeah,
10 scoring
19
shots.
scores
Yep.
to 3.
Yep.
Kick his boundary side, better from Morrison that time. Wanted to keep it moving. Good call, Weddle. Just gliding along, and he's
I said I got 6 correct, but I didn't get a single close score. That's what's annoying. Not a single bloody close score.
Saw the distance that he couldn't cover before, so he needs to find a different one, have a better method.
Sicily's back in the square. Meeker's also a presence.
You'll be on high alert if you're the Port Adelaide defence.
They've done everything right so far in this game, Port Adelaide. Gunston shows enormous self-confidence.
Well, I said this yesterday, Jack. Whoa, Hawks have finally scored. The comeback starts now. I'm not a Hawks fan, but I just want a comeback. Hey, as I said, I've already said, James, that I think Gather Round should change each year. I'm sure they've done a fantastic job in Adelaide, but it should change each year.
They haven't been able to get the handball receive in between the arcs. The handball to Weddle.
Nah, Hawks coming back now, just because it's funny.
On that occasion, had to choose between the two players, and the Weddle kick on the outside of the boot went to Jack Gunston. In a rare play for Hawthorn so far in the first half.
Sean Burgoyne.
Yeah, Connor Nash has come off and he's getting his arm looked at by the doctor and the physio. So he's one of the players who can put a shutdown roll on Butters or Horn Francis or Rosie.
Yeah, but that's
the one they probably can't
oh,
lose.
there's Astro.
To lose in the midfield.
What are you being so loud for?
Bruce is warming up now too.
A minute and 12.
What?
Silk still got some influence at Hawthorn by the sound of it.
He's got a foot in both camps. I know.
65-point mark.
It's still, you say how will it work if no one wants to drive that far? Yeah, but like you're saying Adelaide is close for people to drive if they're from what if someone's from Brisbane or from Sydney? Well, it's not that close to drive anyway, is it?
To one in each of the first two quarters. Hawks just striving for one more.
Ah, Michelle. Hello, Michelle.
Holding Hawthorn.
And they might get a chance through their ruckman.
I'm going to say Michelle. Michelle is not watching this live because she will soon now realise what the score is and that it's not the first quarter anymore. Oh.
It's the fistful of tights. It's the drag on the jumper. Lloyd Meek.
Well, that's why there's planes, right? That's why there is plane travel.
Looking to strike a blow. It's got a bit to do, and it does.
Hey, that's just 2 goals in a row. That is 2 goals in a row. I think this is game on now. This is game on. Hawks are back in the game.
It just gives them some positive energy coming into half time in what's been a really disappointing.
Hawks are going to win this.
Very rarely the umpires miss those ones. So 2 really important, difficult shots by Gunston and Lloyd Meek on the eve of half time. You see there in the box Connor Nash getting his wrist assessed. So a little win before half time for the Hawthorn going in. 13 seconds left. They have a mountain to climb.
They have a mountain to climb, but that is... They're only 59 points behind now. So that's a positive, right? Hi, Michelle. Michelle, if you're watching this and it's delayed, just look down there. It's painful reading if you're a Hawks fan. Really painful reading if you're a Hawks fan. Yeah, but they've just had 2 goals in a row. That is better than they've done for the whole game so far. And that's half time. That is half time. Let's turn the sound down because music and all that. Wow. It's just insane, right? Absolutely insane how bad Hawks have been. Hawks have not looked like they're in this game at all, apart from the first minute. And even then, they didn't score. I don't know. I don't know what to say. They are going to get absolutely their asses kicked when they get back in the change rooms. Yeah. Hi, Dean Green. I think, what about if they play in Sydney? There you go, in New South Wales. Gather round in New South Wales. Or really, I don't think it matters much because actually I don't think it's as bad as it is like in the UK with Union and League. But they could always do in the Gold Coast, up in the Gold Coast in Queensland, couldn't they? Because it's less popular there. Spread the AFL love up in the Gold Coast. Surely you got cricket stadiums. Just play every game at the SCG. And to be fair, they barely have stadiums in any extra stadiums in South Australia. Like, the extra stadiums they're using are not exactly big, are they? So, don't know. Ooh, this is Australia. The only issue with that is they aren't footy states. However, I do like the idea of increasing AFL popularity. Exactly. I think that's what it's partly about, isn't it? Like, I get it, gather around, everyone's coming to one place. But if it was in, for example, Queensland, which is less, it's more rugby league, then at least it's trying to get more people there, maybe interest a few more people, I don't know, but... Yeah, but that's nonsense. That's nonsense, Dynamic Pool, because you've still got Brisbane. There's still plenty of Brisbane fans, for example. There's still plenty of AFL fans in Queensland and New South Wales. There's, and it's trying to penetrate the market, isn't it? I do have the conversation to look at and watch of which sport is the dominant sport in Australia, rugby league or AFL. I do have that to watch and give my opinions on it. Well, that's why you want to try and push it more, right? You're gonna get the fans going to Queensland or New South Wales. The fans will still do it. They're all the fans are going to Adelaide. So yeah. No, I think the opening round, Cameron, needs to be in England. That's where it needs to be. Bring an opening round to Lords, or if you want less fans, bring it down to the Rose Bowl in Southampton. That'd be good. Sydney Swans versus Collingwood, or something like that at the Rose Bowl. Actually, I think it's called the Aegeus at the moment. And there's the Australian link there as well. That's a bloody good idea, though. Opening round in England. That's how to spread the game. Let me do my usual spiel then. Thank you so much for joining me. We got, 30 odd people in here today. Please do make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're joining in with the conversation, because the conversation is what makes these streams. It really does, because it keeps us all chatting and we can discuss lots of topics. If you want to support the channel, the easiest thing, like and subscribe, but also you become a channel member. You can do a super chat. You can do become a channel member. You can go to asweare.space to check out merchandise, or also go to Charlie and Rob on YouTube to check out all of our vlogs. We've done lots from Australia, so there are those to watch. Please do that. And if you're not on YouTube Premium, here is potentially an ad for you. Oh, God. Thank God I do have the music down. Bit of Fatboy Slim, that would get me. Ugh. They're showing highlights of this weekend, but they're showing Gawn being absolutely manhandled. Really manhandled. Like, it's hardly a huge crowd in the Barossa Valley, is it? Well, yeah. As I said, Super League has Magic Round as well, where they play all the games at St James's Park or Newcastle Stadium. What a destruction. Well, I don't drink wine. Wine doesn't do it for me, so it's not really a selling point for me, to be fair. Do. I just can't believe it. I am still in a lot of shock. A lot of shock. Gather round is about tourism. Opening round is about giving northern states a spotlight. Well, I don't know. I regret tipping them as well. But there you go. Let's give England a spotlight. Let's get gather round. No, let's get opening round in England. Have a couple of games over in England. Easy peasy. That'd be good, wouldn't it? The problem is now, this half time is going to take ages, isn't it? Just heads up, my camera has frozen. But don't panic. Don't panic because it'll probably sort itself out in a second. This was doing this yesterday and I don't know why. Do not know why. It does, doesn't it? It does. That is almost a perfect. That is almost a perfect frozen moment, isn't it, to sum up the game? Especially if you were a Hawks fan. The screen will come back on. I'm in no doubt. Oh, there you go. It's gonna. Don't know what it does. Must be a USB slot or something that's funny. Hey, Kev, there is no point of panicking, mate. No point of panicking. There you go. Back. Don't know what happened. There must be a dodgy USB port or something that just decides, oh, I don't want to play ball. But it does come back. They got all the kids on that. They got all the kids on. Well, what do we talk about? What do we talk about in this? Well, either this halftime break or the rest of the game, because we got a lot of dead air time. Honestly, great. They're advertising the electric cars because they're great. But what an awful name for a car. Like, such a bad name. The Toyota BYZ something. How to improve my tipping in the future? Any advice? Okay, there you go. Any advice? How can I improve my tipping in the future? Right, I'm waiting for you guys. You've got to give me advice now. Phil, it's a little bit abusive, but go on. Any advice? Go for upsets and don't always tip the favourites. I don't always tip the favourites. Like in NRL, I tipped the Eels for some reason. I don't know why. They definitely weren't the favourites. Use a time machine to see the results in advance. If I can use a time machine, can I also get the lottery numbers as well, do you think? Pick a few horses that, might get me a decent result. Yeah, but the odds for the game don't necessarily mean much, does it? Because I expect Hawks were favourite for this game. So yeah, I'm not sure if looking at the bookies' odds is working. Oh, not interested in golf. Exactly. So how am I meant to get it right? If I'm seen as still as a bit of an outsider, how am I going to get the bloody correct result if other people didn't see it? What was the percentage of people, though, that tipped? It's not showing me yet. Oh, only 9% of people went for Port. Does that not say a lot? So on the plus side, at least I'm not the only one that's losing. But yeah, 9% of people went for Port. And actually, the highest score, I think, is about 21. Someone went 21 points win for Port, and that's it. So, yeah. Port are certainly not the favourites for this game. See, I got them right. I did GWS to win, and I did Brisbane to win. So I got both them right. So that is my only plus with the tipping, is that most other people went for Hawks. So, and then no one else is, at this rate, no one's going to get a close score. So it's not necessarily going to affect me as much. Did I get the Adelaide? Yeah, I got Adelaide wrong as well. I did Adelaide to win. But then again, I said very much a minority. Only 21% went for Geelong. So, yeah. God. I tell you what, one person was 1 point off the Carlton game's correct score. One person went for a 70-point win. That's crazy. They'll be gutted that they were only 1 point off. I do like hot cross bun. I need a new toaster though, because my toaster keeps flicking switching the fuse off. No, don't put butter on. Toast them and put jam in them. Bloody animals. Do, 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 do. Also, Collingwood trounced Port Adelaide a few weeks ago. Yeah, lack of odds would have really pushed that price up. Yeah, God, imagine doing Port to win by a decent chunk if you were putting a bet on. I know some of them are quite nice. Like you have to have a normal fruit one, obviously, with some jam in. No butter because I don't eat butter, but it has to be cut in half, then toasted, and then jam on. And what else? What other ones I like? I quite like with a bit of chocolate inside, as in kind of actually baked with chocolate, and they're quite nice. What do I think of Gather Rounds so far? It seems like it's been a success. Like all the games at the Oval, right? Game's about to start again. Thank God for that. It seems like it's been a decent success, to be fair. Every game at the Oval's been really, really busy. Pretty much sold out for every game. The games in Barossa and all that have been pretty well done. I do have a dartboard. I'm not very good, though. Well, nothing with Vegemite is nice, is it? Let's be honest, Kev. Nothing with Vegemite.
Sam Mitchell, and their margins haven't been big, as we know, 20, 26, 20 and 12. The margins hasn't been big, and Sam Mitchell has been trying to convince everyone that they haven't actually been
Well, what's happening at the moment, Taylor, is Hawks are being destroyed, but now the comeback starts, right? There's going to be a comeback, and it's going to be so funny.
All right, so they've made the change. Seems like it's forced with Connor Nash more than anything else, but their issue is getting the ball in there in the first place.
Game on, second half. Come on. It can only get better, please. I beg you. Can only get better.
Hawthorn did kick the last 2 goals of the first half, but it is a huge mountain to climb. Meek goes after it. Beat them to the footy. Burgoyne, though, matches from the other side.
High ball.
Brownie and Jordan scouring to see if there's any other tactical moves.
Looks like McGuinness gone directly to Butters. Off a half-forward flank.
Just tunneled it out, but it's gone to...
Do you think the showdown should be played during Gather Round in the future? It would be quite a nice way to finish it, but I don't think you should purposely arrange games. Yeah, you shouldn't purposely arrange games to be played at a certain time, because that's... And even then, like, I know Essendon and Collingwood gets played then, but I don't think games, they shouldn't be pre-arranged like that. So, yes would be nice, but no. Don't get me wrong, I think Hawks will be crap. Hawks are not winning this. Yeah, I said arranging games just stinks of kind of corruption, in my opinion, anyway. Alia's playing well. He is definitely playing well so far.
Topple over Barris, and then back onto the left boot. Battle just chipping into space. Ward had Richards in his face. Clap, clap, but got the handball away. Battle trying to get it back through the middle.
Well, I don't think you wouldn't get a Premier League game You wouldn't get that. They keep banging on about it going to the States and having a game in America, but I don't think that should happen. We have a big enough... the Premier League has a big enough audience anyway. You know, it's the most watched sport in the world. Why... And it's probably the most watched league in the world. Why would we need to go play a game in other countries? It's only going to piss off home team fans, you know, that can't then go and watch their team, even though they pay every week to go see them, or every other week. So, no, I don't think Premier League needs to. But when you're trying to grow a sport, I still believe that AFL has a bad mentality of holding the sport back and doesn't want it to necessarily grow, which is such a shame. But yeah, I think AFL needs to do something to make it a bigger sport worldwide.
Meek propels it forward. Bruce trying to get a look at it. Sweet holds them at bay.
Well, Hawks are in the... Oh, only behind. Hawks were spending quite a lot of time there in Port's 50. I think, look, Port should not lose this now. They should not lose this at all. It should be game over. However, Port have to be careful not to fall asleep. They have to be careful not to be too complacent. It's certainly a good opportunity maybe to put on some youngsters if they've got any on the bench. Give some other players an opportunity. This is like the perfect time. But yeah, they've got to be careful not to be complacent.
Moraes, who's got pace, he can run all day. Guides it to Drew. And again, unencumbered, they get to half forward to Lord. Rioli gave him a good offering. He was reluctant. The handball instead to Richards. Started the whole thing. Georgiades got off his man, got the separation to D'Ambrosio, like good wingers do.
Yeah, floated back well there. Like you said, as good wingers do.
Tell me about it. Yeah, it's not exciting, is it? Why can I not watch a real tight game where it's like a 1-point finish? Oh, what? He did well to keep that on. And gives the ball away. Gives the ball away. Port on the attack. Down the wing. Nice little passing. Little hand passing. Oh, bad kick. No. I think he's just gone through before he got it. They're going to have a little check. Oh, it's starting to rain outside. Oh. They're doing a review. It did certainly look like he had crossed the line before he marked it. Yeah, he's gone across the line, hasn't he?
Review complete. Look in this angle. We can see the ball's crossed the back of the behind line before being marked. Decision on the scoreboard.
Yes, I saw when I start up. So Denver's just said Danza. Is that how you pronounce it? Dazen. How do you pronounce it? I can't remember. Dans? Anyway, yeah, they've just bought out KO and Foxtel. And AFL and NRL games are starting to show in the United States live through their TV partners in States. Yeah, that's good. I still think it needs to be pushed somehow internationally.
Charles been a non-factor. Sicily went forward late in the second quarter. He's forward now.
Newcomb is deep.
Yeah, they are getting a little bit bigger, aren't they, I suppose?
He's got a match up in Sicily.
Mark Pay. Twice as many intercept marks. Port happy to just leave this game in a stalemate for a little while. Such as the
Oh, come on.
Can HAWTHORN generate some enthusiasm, not with entries like
My screen is frozen again. I don't know why, sorry. It'll come back in a minute.
He's enjoying his time at half back, hello.
Yeah.
And they're away again. See here.
Sets them up for Drew with the flight. Came more. Ground ball to be won. D'Ambrosio closes. Committed himself. Has support from Amon. Checks it up inboard. Newcomb bites off the kick inside the 50 and does it well, and Ginnivan arrives at last.
It was a really clever kick. Morrison was
I do not know why my camera keeps freezing like this, because it's not actually frozen on the camera.
Newcomb was going to Morrison.
It was good, wasn't it? Yeah, smart play.
Jarman out, Joe.
Jack Ginnivan gathered round last year. The closing event was his first match against his old club. Ginnivan gives it all he's got, much to the joy of the locals. That is not going to be it. No score at all.
But you've got to know your distance as well. He was clearly not going to get there on that kick, so you've got to try and find a target closer to goal. Play the
Just
percentages.
change the USB. Let's see if that works. I just changed the slot. I will be back, obviously.
So this is an important kick. Eli's been quite strong in the air. Radicalia taking the front space of James Sicily. So you have to take those two things into account when you're going inside forward 50.
Meek goes for a three-quarter number, and there's the marking ability of Newcomb as a midfielder that can go forward. And
I think Hawks are coming back into this. They're definitely coming back into this.
As he said, Otto can float forward, needs this desperately. Just see it in play, so he just finds that hole. Drew was caught out in the 50 near Walpole.
kicked the last two of the second quarter. And the responsibility on the broad shoulders of Jide Newcomb. He's a little closer than Ginnivan. So it's
Oh,
he kicks through.
that's a goal.
Hawks have kicked 3 in a row.
Look how like happy they are with all their high fives, even though they're getting
To
dicked.
53. Still a huge margin, but if you want to
Yeah,
look at
sorry,
this,
I know there's no. For some reason, my camera keeps freezing, and then it needs to like reconnect and stuff, and I don't know why, but it will come back in a second. It will come back in a second. I will have to look into it. 3 in a row, exactly. 3 in a row. They are back in the game. They are back in the game.
But that is where your opportunity lies.
I say they're back in the game, they're not.
third goal of the season.
But they can have some hope, can't they? They have hope.
Middle of the grounds. Butters is by his side. 53-point margin. See if a ripple of excitement might build to something more. Newcomb's on the job right there.
I don't know if the camera's overheating or something's going on weird.
Might be a fraction too far out. Still trying to caress it for Sicily.
Like my camera is very hot.
Be about to become 4.
Yeah, well done by Joel there. Saw Sicily's a 1-1 against Bergman. Favourable matchup. Just gave him the 60-40 advantage. It's all that was needed. Good flat pass as well. Even though Charles had a very quiet night, that's his contribution.
I'm just fiddling with
Exploited
things.
Sicily as a defender, and they might get wounded as he moves forward. And that murmur builds. 47 points.
It's only 47 points now.
Very simple game, isn't it? You start winning
They're back in the game, guys. They're back in the game.
territory battle, all of a sudden you hit the scoreboard, and that's been the major turnaround.
Well, it's not a cheap memory card, I can tell you that for nothing.
Here's the late one. Not a huge amount in it, but it's there just to play the downfield. Anyway, they make the most of it.
You see there the
Do, do,
isolation
do, do.
that Sicily gets with Bergman.
Really good.
Yeah, great kick as you said.
Forwards to separate two from the
Good to the advantage.
Do,
James
do,
Sicily.
do, 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 do. Don't get me with that music.
Middle of the ground and around clearances, Hawthorn.
+8 contested possession. They were smacked in that.
Come on, camera. Very annoying, this.
Port fans maybe just sensing that something is brewing. They try and respond, see what their heroes can
Bear
do.
with me, everyone. Bear with me.
Newcomb feeding it back. Let's kick shut down.
Just have a think, right?
Tackles away.
How crazy this will be, okay?
Hawthorn on the move
If
again.
Hawks can bring this
Left
back,
it behind. More. Aaliyah
it will be
trying
funny.
to make a stronger contribution. Cannot sitting quite as comfortably as he was.
Well, it's quite warm. So basically, when I'm streaming, I have a pretend battery.
Well spotted by Georgiades. Realised it wasn't going to reach.
Yeah, I have basically a pretend battery that is on power all the whole time.
Fancy hands through Cochrane, and then Powell Pepper, another big torpy to full forward. The wrestle was on. Lord. Harris does it up.
So Port need to set up now well.
What is going on? It's something to do with my capture card, I expect.
So you look at Rioli, don't you? Hardwick on Rioli, they're hovering around that matchup. They might provide a block to give him a bit of separation.
Juan Francis is going to come from a little way off. He's the defensive side of it. Secondary tap out in front of Burgoyne, went the soccer. Good Lord! He's bobbed up in the square. And a bit of afters in it.
Well, Port will not allow them to come back, will they? Port will definitely not allow them to make any sort of real comeback. They don't have to do a lot to stop them. That's the thing, isn't it? They really just do not have to do a lot to stop them.
Top of the screen, Morrison just lets him go.
Three goals from Ford, 50 stoppages now, Geordie.
Yep,
Come on, camera.
An issue for Hawthorn. Ford 50 goals. Been a real issue.
Why is that?
Well, he just lapsed in concentration. You just see there, Burgoyne should have kicked it off the ground. Then Ollie Lord has time to pick the ball up and snap it over his shoulder. All you need is half a metre. You make them pay.
Silk, looks like Joe Berry's warming up down there. Have you got any news from a Port Adelaide point of view?
Yeah, well, Bergman's come off again and getting looked at by the doctor and physio, which has triggered Joe Berry to do an extra warm-up. So wait and see on that one.
Drew gets Port forward again.
There you go. See, they may have done may have scored a few goals, but that's about it, isn't it? That is about it.
In the pocket. And he hangs on.
He's just getting really good separation at the moment, Ollie Lord, on Tom Barras.
Came back into the side last week, kicked 3 goals.
What is going on?
Start to the season and picked really not on much form at all, but the future looks so much brighter. He showed in his early days what he could do. Kicked a big bag in a final against Brisbane, a losing team, kicked 4. Put 3 through last week. That's not even going to make the distance, but the ball is still very much alive. Interesting method from Sam to try and get it through from behind. That's a successful one.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with the camera, guys. I've no idea. Yesterday it was kicking back in, but today less so.
He'll be well warmed up.
Amon twirls the foot in his hands. Meanders out. Still searching for the right targets. Distance for Sicily. Dragged out of it. Umpire saw that. Still drag of the arm from Ranagalea.
Trying to do some research. Oh, no, don't want that.
Kick, but he goes for the outboard run. Whittle provides up inside the 50. McGuinness was trying to get a run at it. He might be there for the ground level ball. Got himself out of a bind, but missed Ward. They go back to work. McGuinness just couldn't quite get it away one way or the other. McKenzie committed himself. Drew's controlling things though.
Should we go Logitech? We might have to go Logitech Stream Cam for a while. Here we go. Oh God, I'm close. Why am I so close? Oh God. I'm like properly zoomed in. Ugh. This is really not a good image, so I do apologise.
They creep backwards, a bit of jogging on the spot, a little handoff. Now Barras places it for Gunston.
It does make a big difference. This stream cam is, or Logitech stream cam is not as good as the camera. I can tell you that, and for some reason I am very, very close to the screen. Don't understand why. It is better than nothing. It is better than nothing. It's just a bit weird.
So 54 points. Still the margin. The first half.
Let's turn it off for now.
3 goals, 2-1 in favour of the Hawks. Berry fully warmed up and looks like he's not far away from being inserted.
Just don't know why I'm so far away. Okay, we're coping with this at the moment. I do sort of want this game to hurry up and finish, though, because it is that painful. It really is painful watching.
Pretty good season, Josh Ward. Just tonight, just a few skill execution errors. I mean, he hasn't been alone, mind you. But that is a kick that they usually hit Hawthorn.
They've been ordinary tonight, the kick.
Yeah,
Like, this is just... This game is dead, isn't it? This game is dead. Oh.
He's got a few choices. Horn Francis, the best of them. Rioli wants it short. Georgiades wants it in deep. It's going to have to be a patient kick to the side for Wines.
Ollie Lord making his way down to create an option forward.
Wines has gone for Horn Francis, who doubled up. Heavy collision with Weddle coming the other way. Neither flinched.
Let's go 1080.
Rough nuts.
No, he's made a few good decisions tonight, Weddle, when to come forward and when to stay back. There's a great contest by both players.
There you go, that'll do. We're back on the stream cam. I might as well just keep this on, for Christ's sake.
Port still at half forward. Wines and Weddle go to work in the ruck. McKenzie first access at the back. Hand pass to Ginnivan.
And the fact that you're probably only half watching it, Kev, as well. Can we just end this game? Let's see what other who else is doing live watch-alongs for this. Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn live. Truefoot is doing one. Oh, I like their little setup. There's 3 of them, and they got a little camera changing as well. I like that. He's got quite a nice little...
Constantly, you'd probably run into similar problems.
Yeah.
With Marshall out for the bulk of the season, it's...
Yeah, what's the movie? Has anyone... I know we're now probably not going to bother talking about the football.
A look at a second goal in the term.
Has anyone watched Severance? It's weird, surprisingly quite good to watch, but it's very weird.
And where the kick came from, there's a lot of transition space that Port Adelaide have really utilised.
Battle heeds the umpire's instructions down the line. Ginnivan an unlikely target in the centre circles. So it's Farrell and Butters who look to construct again. Cochran's kick up towards the front of goal, reaching for a Georgiades. Bit of a blind handball, hoping that someone like Horn Francis could get hold of it. Morrison begs to differ. D'Ambrosio. Eventually Battle put it in the safe hands of Warple. He bangs it up. Again, Boak will think he's a chance here to deny Ginnivan. Hurdling through was Rosie.
Like,
Loses Sin.
I'm sure if the game was closer, this wouldn't actually be too bad.
Big leap from Horn Francis. He was close. Complete the deal. He took a ripper last week.
Might have been watching Paddy Dangerfield on Thursday night. The big brute hit centre half forward.
He's a bit of a prototype, isn't he?
He is. He's just gone forward now while he's resting.
55-point margin. Port have had a sustained period of attack. The understudies are in the ruck again.
I tell you what, the only annoying thing is when you watch programs and they've only got like one series, and it's painful because you just want to watch the next series, but there is no next series.
There was always the outlet. Switches on through Burgoyne if he wants it. He doesn't want it. So from half back to half forward instead. The wide out kick set Boak a task. Watson folded back, disrupted the play.
There's a guy streaming called HFD Footy. He's got 18 people watching, but I find it quite funny because he is clearly a Hawks fan. That is quite funny. That is quite funny.
some of the games, but there's storylines everywhere. Again, a massive crowd. And the Port fans certainly aren't complaining at the moment. They lead by 55 points.
I would say this guy's... Hi, Ian. Hello, mate. I would say the commentary, he is very robotic, isn't he? Like, it's really robotic. It's not amazing.
So is Gunston, both there. He was unattended.
They couldn't score in a brothel at the moment. Oh, hello. No. Oh. Play on.
If anyone's going to know their way around the sticks, it's Jack Gunston, and he's done it 3 times tonight.
It's at least he's shaking his head. They might be giving high fives, but at least he's shaking his head. 88-39. Honestly, Hudson. Yeah, honestly, it does sound like a robot. He was clearly not a good choice for the AFL 23 games.
You just see there, just slips in behind Sin, and no body contact.
And that is a game that is basically dead.
So they've been a little bit better this quarter, Hawthorn. They've been better in the contest. They've given themselves opportunities going inside forward 50.
It's amazing he dropped that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, they actually won the contest, plus 16 contested possession after being minus 20 in the first half. That's that. Better at ground ball.
So even that goal, it took 3 goes at it.
Yeah, it did.
It looks hard.
Yeah. 3 goals to 1 Hawthorn's way in this term. That means 5 of the past 6 to the brown and gold. Rackman lean into each other, Butters on the fly. Horne-Francis sends it in for Georgiades.
Nice mark for Port. Very nice mark. And they get given a... What the hell are they giving a 50 for? They don't need much more help. Yin, this match is as dull as anything, mate. It is so dull. Dead on arrival, yeah. They're doing an AFL 26, but it's not even 26 yet.
Just writing checks for a lost cause. Zach Butters wants none of that tonight.
A name like Harvard, you've got to get in there and have a scrap.
On the fly, beautiful clearance there. So Zach Butters.
The problem was AFL 23 was really bad. It just was not good enough. It really wasn't good enough. They had all this hype about it. But the problem is, I actually probably would have played AFL 23 more. But obviously I play on PC, and there's just not enough people playing it. So you can't even bloody... That's the problem. You can't even play online. And I don't enjoy playing sports games offline, because I think it's quite boring. So when there's no one online, it's just crap.
It was good last week. It was good in the semi last year against Hawthorn.
It's back to 55 after Hawthorn had worked so hard for that previous goal.
It's partly the same issue they have with the rugby games. It's just far too robotic and step by step by step.
Down to you, Sean.
Yeah, Porter made their sub. Berry's coming on and Bergman off. That's been going on for a while.
And yeah, so that I think they've got to make it more fluid. And that was one of the main things I said about the game when I first talked about it. And it seemed like no one else decided to mention these things. The commentary, the one thing that made FIFA actually so much better was partly the commentary. That it's not robotic and it sounds like it's all flowing, and the commentary is more discussion-like. And that immerses you more, but in the current state, it's not good enough. It's like FIFA back in 2000 or whatever it was.
So Mick's going to get another shot at goal from the ruck infringement.
There's so much time still left in the game to do a few silly things too.
Everybody's watching.
Yeah, Butters is right at it with McGuinness. Just background there.
And we've still got another quarter to play. That's the bad thing.
It's a much more straightforward assignment. Meek for his seconds. Drives at home. And straight back into the niggle and aggro.
This whole kind of smiling and high-fiving when they're doing so badly annoys me. That really does irritate me. It's like they're not showing that they give a damn.
Absolutely, contest and clearance. That's where they've been able to turn things around. So 10-5, the clearance number this quarter, been able to win it out of centre bounds, get the territory. 12-9, the inside 50.
The problem is they don't really need to try it. The only reason they need to try at the moment is just to get the goal percentage up. That's the only reason they need to try. Because otherwise, it just doesn't matter now. They're not going to lose this.
48 points feels like a bridge too far, but 2 more goals in the time remaining might change the feel and the numbers significantly.
So we just got to watch Butters on the fly.
Newcomb is on that watching brief, but he's also had half an eye on the ball, has more as his ability, does draw a free, and he takes one in the middle. Had the choice to go short or long, and he somewhere in between on the angle kick to Weddle, and now Newcomb's going to get some opposition from behind, but he's strong as a bull, and he takes the mark quickly to battle.
Are Hawks going to do anything? He got shoved in the back. Ooh. Why did he not? He should have literally dived for that with his feet. Bloody idiots.
He's well held in the first half by Willem Drew.
He's trying to get forward as well. Dylan Moore has gone into the centre a bit. More, yeah, certainly late in the second quarter. Taking McKenzie away from there.
It's not a great kick in, and Newcomb was always favoured by it. So straight back in, see what the Hawks have got in the air. Rosie.
Well, exactly, surely, rather than just watching it and standing still, at least attempt to dive for it and launch your feet at it or something.
Just electrifying from the Port Adelaide captain. Burgoyne to find the target on the way out again. Keeps his powder dry as he plays it to Farrell, and Porter happy to absorb a little.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes to go.
2.5 minutes to go. 94-47.
Hawthorn have denied them that, so it has to be long up the line.
Hey, I still reckon Hawks are going to come back into this. Because it'd be funny.
CJ swats it back, looking for support. Namon is there to provide it. Battle got stuck against the boundary. And that will be a throw. Sam Palpepper wasn't terribly convinced that that was the right call.
I think he was lucky Josh Weddle was in the vicinity. You're laughing at Hutto. Well, you think it was deliberate?
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, they often pay them, don't they? When you're right up against the line with the handball. Drew fed it through. Murray's put pressure firmly on the shoulders of Mead as they collapse on top.
Oh. I'm so sorry. This is so dull. How I've even got 38 people in here is crazy because just crap.
From Impia, they can get a bit of bounce. Weddle to Newcomb. He's going to stroke it across the ground. Hard run from Sicily. Gunston is camped 10 metres behind Alier, so it'll take a middleman or two. It's a wobbly number from D'Ambrosio with no control. Rosie mops it up. Back out. Might be able to win it back though to Sicily. And McGuinness, he flipped it up. It's well anticipated by Sin. He was tagged, but he got the handball anyway. And they can move into a slow play.
To be fair, I'm amazed that Hawks have actually managed to get up to 47. Like, the fact that they've actually got 7 goals now is crazy. Because they've been that bad. Like, how have they managed to get this amount of points?
Last flurry of the third term. Wines in tight confines. Mead on the quick turn. There's nobody home. It'll pitch and run. And be a throw.
Some of the battle, the Drew Newcomb battle, Geordie. They both had big quarters. Drew's had 10 disposals. He's had a clearance, 6 ground ball gets. Newcomb's had the 9 disposals, kicked a goal, a couple of clearances, going head to head.
Have been able to construct.
Can this game be over? See you later, Kev. Thanks, mate. I just want this to be over. Do I? At this rate, Geelong should beat Hawks next week, shouldn't they? They should beat Hawks.
The Hawks want to roll and go. Warple was outpositioned by Sin, and he is outnumbered as well. He fought the fight though, kept it in dispute, and the Hawks get the high free kick.
I find it interesting how the commentators are actually still able to stay motivated in their commentary, because the game's dead pretty much.
Just forced it. Yeah, that was never going to make it to Watson on that occasion. So they've just forced it too much, which has been a credit to Port Adelaide.
The power chant goes around the Adelaide Oval.
Well, yeah, the paycheck helps. Unfortunately, I am not getting the same paycheck, and therefore my motivation has dropped, like, massively.
Instant kick from Wines, 15, and that was news to Morrison.
Oh, they can, well, you know, dynamic pull, they technically can come back. Technically. They won't. How many goals is the difference? It's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goals. They're only 8 goals behind, guys. They're only 8 goals behind. Only 8. That is doable. Right? That is doable.
Unless there is a miracle, 30 minutes or so away from a massive win, a massive statement as this gather round comes to its conclusion. Quarter to go, and it's Port by 47.
If you love sport, the sound of the opening siren, the smell of the turf, the sight of the crowd rising to their feet, and the way it makes you feel alive when the result is on the line, then you'll love the Better app.
Oh, I better turn the sound down. Hang on, stand by.
Easiest app ever.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen.
Do you really think that'll happen? Do you really think it'll happen, though? Like, really? It's just, they're not going to come back. Well, the problem is Fox obviously don't need the adverts, do they? Although there's still ridiculous amounts between play, but between the halves and the quarters. But they don't really need that extra money, do they, from ad revenue? Doom, 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 doom. Let me see if I can get my other camera back on. Imagine being at that game then, if that crumble happened. That would be so painful. Wouldn't it? It would be so painful. A laundry partner? What do you mean a laundry partner? How is there a laundry partner? If anyone says, bye, Connor. If anyone says the camera is frozen, it's frozen on, well, sort of on purpose. Not on purpose, but on. Oh, I wish I knew why the camera was like this. Let me go behind again. Have an advert just while you wait. Enjoy an advert. Hang on. Just so I can, make an extra couple of pence. Yeah, I've tried turn it off and turn it on again. Or plug it in and plug it. Yeah. It's very strange. Don't know why it's doing it. Very weird. Literally, it's since upgrading my processor and motherboard. Don't know why it's doing it. Well, it is true, but I do still have to keep speaking, don't I? That's the only problem. I do have to keep speaking. Because you'll know I'm not around. It's strange, though. It is very strange why it's playing up. Hi, New Falconer. Hello, mate. Ignore the fact my camera's not on, working properly. I am on it. Oh, mate, honestly, this is a shocking match, New Falconer. It is shocking. Oh. It's very strange. I am still around. Don't you worry. I am still here watching this absolute shite. I'm just waiting for the comeback to start. Just don't know if it's actually going to happen. Hawks, Mars McGee, Hawks will come back, just not this week, right? Just not this week. Bum, bum, bum. We're still on it, guys. We're still on it. The fact that I've still got like nearly 30 people in here is just ridiculous, though. Don't know what's wrong with you. Oh, the Hawks comeback is on. Mate, the game is over. Come on. Let's not be that nice. Let's not be that nice. They need a miracle. $60. Right, hands up if you think that Hawks can still win this. Okay, put your hands up. I just don't know what's going on with my camera. Like, power's on. Everything is on. Don't understand. Yeah, we're just going back to the Logitech. Let's go back to that, I suppose. If I can even get that to work now. Yeah, I use Streamlabs OBS, but the comeback's off, guys. The comeback's back off. Forget the comeback. I just can't believe how bad they've been. I really can't. Oh. I'm still on this. They don't have the experience or the ability or the time or anything to be able to come back to this. This bloody thing. The fact there's still 16 minutes of this left, it's like, oh my God. Mate, guys, I don't know what to say. Like, how are they doing so bad? Well, I suppose Ginnivan won't be so cocky in this game, will he? He's not going to be so cocky after it. Whee! Did it even get a behind? Oh. Well, either way, he ain't going to be so happy, is he? I am still trying to figure this bloody thing out. I don't know. I don't know. I think Van Ginnivan is playing. I knew he was playing. I just want to continue with my day now after this. Only the fact they're only losing by 4 is a disgrace. Like, it's an absolute disgrace. I'm trying to do my research on why the hell this is stopped. It's definitely the right mode. Well, they need to make money, don't they, for starters? They need to make the money, don't they? They're definitely not going to make this amount of goals up. Maybe I need to update the Camlink software. I don't know. High. Oh. How are we still going? They're not going to come back, are they? They're not. Don't be silly. They need 6 goals to come back in 12 minutes. It's just not going to happen. It is not going to happen. And if you think it is, you're insane. Whee! There you go. That sums it up. Oh, God. I just really want to finish and go now. This is so bad. Yeah, but New Falconer, they don't have to score anymore, do they? They don't have to. They could let another 4 goals in and it wouldn't matter. It's a big ball. Big ball. Hawks have just made another mark. This could be another one. Hawthorn, isn't it? Hawthorn losing is probably the bigger story here, isn't it? Cheap thrill territory. It's not coming. It's not game on. It is not game on. My device is definitely working, by the way, because my camera is definitely working on. I've just installed the Camlink software and everything, and it's definitely working. My only thought is if it's being used somewhere else. Oh, he's just taken out his own player. He's just wiped out his own player. Jeez. He's gone big. He's gone big. Oh, did it cross? Did it cross? He thinks it's touched behind. Touched. Ugh. Oh, oh, where are the Port defence? Where is the Port defence? Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, where are they? If this is a comeback, this is disgusting. Honestly, this is disgusting. Oh my God. I still don't think there's enough time. There cannot be enough time. Negative thoughts. They still need a lot of goals, right? I wouldn't panic yet. If I'm Port, I would not panic yet. Don't stress too much. Okay, don't stress too much. Port, one more goal. One more goal. Well, this is certainly bringing it into more people's points, though. For the Super Brew, this is certainly going to help more people. Because obviously that initial big difference was probably quite a lot, which wasn't helping anyone, really. Goal. Pal Pepper. I did say they probably don't need to worry yet. Can we officially say it's game over now? I think we can, can't we? We probably can now. It is game over. Come on, it's game over. It's been game over for a very long time. Like, fair play, they had a little mini run. Look at this, bang. Just throw the towel in. Throw the white towel in. Still, is there still time? I still think the whole. I still think the whole 1 goal every minute is still a load of nonsense. Oh. Easy. Easy. Oh. Yeah, the game has been over for a very, very long time, hasn't it? It really, really has. The fact that we still got bloody 7 minutes, that's what's painful. How have we still got 7 bloody minutes? Oh, for God's sake. I thought I had it back then. There's something wrong, and I don't know why, because my camera is still working, just not on Streamlabs. And I cannot figure out why. And I almost want like a refresh or something like that. Like, with how bad Hawks have been, how are they on 85 points? Like, they've been so bad, and they do not deserve to be anywhere near this amount of points. It's mad. Absolutely crazy. Don't understand. I really do not understand. I may have fixed the problem, but I don't think I can do it yet. Yeah. But I still say, like, how have they scored 85 points? With how bad they've been, it just doesn't make sense. Not paid. Top 500 players video for 50k. I'm almost at 50k. I am not far off 50k. I'm about 800 off or 780 off at the moment, which is exciting. It's just taken me a hell of a long time to get to 50k. A lot of videos as well. I am very sorry about the camera, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on. I need to change thing. I think it might be down to the whole... I've just done a little bit of Googling, and it's potentially down to the fact I got a new motherboard and that. I've got a Gen 4 PCIe, and it suggests maybe reducing it to Gen 3, which is a bit annoying when you've got the capabilities. I just want, to be fair, I would love 50k subscribers on my vlog channel. So that's why I really want everyone to go and subscribe to the vlog channel, please. That would be very good of you. Like, how are they on 91 points? It's bloody crazy. Oh, it's ridiculous. It is crazy.
career best. 4 times. Throughout his days. Crashing in the middle. Wines warm up from ball. Impey's trying to get to the front. Drew kept him away from it. Berry gets a touch. It's Portland in that skirmish. Richards quite handle the ferocity of the kick coming from Farrell. Berry kept going for him though. Now Peppers in the duel.
I'm amazed we got 40 people in here when I've got no... You can't even see me moving. Problem is, I don't think I can fix it until after. Dynamic, I have no idea at the moment what I've even got on next week. I don't know. I don't think I will be able to do next Sunday. I think I'm busy playing bowls, actually. So it's probably a no for next Sunday. So yeah, not sure. Just a behind. Oh, come on. Finish this bloody game. Also, the rain is now coming right down. 121 to 91. The fact that it's been fairly close is just bizarre in the end. I say fairly close. The fact they've only lost by 30. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, how? Ugh. I can possibly do possibly next Friday or next Saturday, possibly. But don't hold me to that. I will kind of work it out as the week. Jesus Christ. I don't know if anyone's got loud noises. Right, I'm done. Stick a fork in me. Guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry about the camera. I don't understand why it's doing it because it's certainly working everything else except Streamlabs. Yeah. Whoa, that's not nice. Swans will win next week. Guys, thank you so much. I am going to try and enjoy the rest of my day. I will